Hi gang, it is currently
June 18th, 12:37 a.m.
But as you know, it isn't the next day until I wake up. Today was a plus. It was the very first day that your girl went outside. I sat at a coffee shop. You don't know how good you have it until it's gone. It did a lot for me and my mood. I had to go to the post office and the pharmacy, which luckily, because I live in New York, everything's very close. And so I walked my little block around my block. It felt good. It was difficult. It was hard. I have to be so careful, but it went great, and I'm excited to do it again next Monday. I have physical therapy Wednesday and Friday, so I'll be going to the Starbucks that's down the street from my physical therapy place. Here's my little photo proof just for myself. I was working on some thesis stuff. Yesterday, I realized that I wrote myself into a corner when it comes to Megan and Alejandra and how their relationship is supposed to work. So she called Megan already. I guess if you don't want spoilers for the show, which you're going to be able to see live and in person in October, don't fucking watch this. But as of right now, I mean, what if this doesn't make it, right? So now I need to switch, because originally I have the background check happening because she's going to talk to Megan afterwards. But now I have her reaching out to Megan the night before, because I compress the timeline to, raise the stakes, as you do when you're a dramatist. And now I have to sort of switch the way that I think about this song, because the background check is like a very fun song. It doesn't really move the plot forward, but it does tell us about the characters in a really fun way. And so I've always loved this song. So anyway, I rubbed my eyes, probably look gross as hell on camera. I'm so out of practice. Okay, anyway, all this to say, I'm gonna try and finish scene 7 tonight. I don't know if I will. That was all long-winded to say welcome to the vlog. I'm so bad at vlogging now. Hi gang, it is currently June 19th at 4:43 a.m. but I finally have it. I have the exact final image for Act 1 and the song list. I finally wrote my way out of the corner I wrote myself into and have figured out scene 7 and have also set up Café con Leche, the namesake. Because when I started writing the show, Café con Leche was the name of Alejandra's Alejandra's coffee shop, and that ended up changing, and it's gonna keep changing. And I finally settled on it being sort of like the keyword for the secret menu that's gonna be at her parents' place. I'm just trying to lay the breadcrumbs so that people can figure this out. But yeah, I finally wrote scene 7. I can cross it off my list. I thought it was gonna take me 2 days, but I've been working on it and it has taken me 3 days. And I also rewrote like sections of scene 6 and scene 5. I feel like the further I go forward, the further back I have to go to edit it. And so like, even though I gave myself like 2 days to write every scene so that I'd be done with a draft of this show by the 3rd of July, I can feel myself running behind, because I had like a very clear structure in my mind, like the outline, but like actually writing those transitions and having them be satisfactory. It's 4 a.m. Point is that I'm looking for, a satisfying transition, and that just takes a lot of time to like do when you're also working with songs and rewriting songs. I just rewrote the background check, which is one of my oldest songs for this piece. Tomorrow, for the first time ever, I'm going to attempt to write scene 8, and in every draft thus far in the game, I have skipped this scene because I've been like, I can write this song later. Yeah, I just had an idea of Rosa scanning the QR code. It's like, there's so many little beats that I think would be so cool, but weaving them into the story, that's where like the magic of writing comes into. All right, I gotta let this go. See y'all tomorrow, my physical therapy. Hi friends, it is currently
11:58 p.m. Oh my god, it's like a decent hour on the 19th.
Positives had my physical therapy appointment today, and in 3 to 4 weeks, if everything goes great, I should be I should be wearing shoes on my right foot, which is crazy. So I'm like in such a good mood. I was really worried about my cartilage, but my physical therapist said that the likelihood is that I actually did that damage over time earlier, and that one really intense fall probably didn't do it because I didn't break any bones. Plus, I have really fucked up ligaments, and it was clearly like a very severe level 3 sprain. One of those like ridiculously intense sprains that like should have broken something, but it didn't. But he's adamant that I should be walking normally in a while, and running is pretty much off the table unless I have surgery, unless it heals by itself in the future, which is possible. So I think like things like that, I'm just really excited to be able to wear a fucking pair of shoes. I have like 5 physical therapy appointments left covered by my insurance, and then we're essentially going to be like, her injury is so severe that she needs more. She needs more than like the most that usually is covered, which is like 25. So it's crazy that it's such a bad injury, but I'm just feeling really, really thankful that I might be able to wear shoes, which is something I haven't been able to do in 2 months. With that in mind, today I have been really working on my big scene. I know what I want the final image of the show to be, which I talked about yesterday, but I also just made what I think is the final song list for Act 1. My original idea was Café con Leche is going to be the big number, like the big ensemble number, and that's gonna be the name of the show. And I was having a really hard time, and it was making everything like too convoluted. So I was like, Occam's razor, let me, actually, you know what? It's way easier if I just set you down. Oh God. Now I remember why I really wanted a camera before this. Oh my God, I have been talking this whole time and it was not recording because it hit do not disturb. I had this huge epiphany. My vision for Café con Leche, the song originally, was to have it be this Guys and Dolls moment in the middle of the show. Like I really wanted the show to have like a name song and for it to cover a lot of characters. Like if you know the Guys and Dolls structure of that song, it covers like Sarah and Sky and Nathan and Adelaide because they're broken up, and how being guys and dolls, you know, they fall in love with each other and they fall out of love, and it's just the perks of being in a heterosexual relationship. And so I wanted Café con Leche to serve a similar purpose in terms of like Rosa really wants her culture, but she feels like she can't do it if she's going to be American, and Alejandra really wants to connect with her mom, but she can't. And I just feel like it's just too convoluted of a metaphor, and it gets in the way of like the easiest solution, which is like secret menu. This is how Alejandra is going to save the donut shop. She's going to create a secret menu with all the recipes that her mom didn't like, and the way that she's going to sell all these donuts is through social media, which her mom does not use. And so, you know, all of a sudden all these lies are able to be hidden because her mom doesn't use Facebook or Instagram. She's like very anti-social media. And so I think by allowing myself to have one more song in the first act, because right now I have 12 songs. Hold on. I have my song list right here. Because right now in the first act, I have 14 songs, which is already a very long first act. And so my ideal number was like 12, 13 at most, because this is a book musical, so it's gonna have some juicy scenes. So the first act I know is running a little bit long. I have a song that I think I can perfectly cut that I'm thinking is probably Megan, just because I have Megan singing a lot in the first half of the thing. Anyway, TLDR is that by allowing myself to write a second love song, which is Café con Leche, into Alejandra, which is my final number, I feel like I'm able to give these characters the depth. And also, like, Megan doesn't have another solo, and that's like, she's on the Sky Masterson track. So to me, it's like, yeah, she's in Act 2, she's gonna have her luck be a lady tonight moment, where she's gonna put everything on the line to help Alejandra out, which is what she wants to do. So to me, it's like, okay, that's gotta happen in Act 2. So Megan not having a big solo number, even though Alejandra is sort of her big number in Act 1 after her like little solo, I don't feel too bad about it. Like I don't feel too bad about it. But I think that just doing that has like just taken away a lot of the pressure that I was feeling about like the functionality of this piece. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. That's that. Hi friends, it is currently, let me flip you around.
11:51 p.m. Ha.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna sit you down because I put you on my tripod this time. That broke when I fell in my accident. Hi. Physical therapy today went well. I will be going home in August to Los Angeles. Very, very excited about that. Unfortunately, not for as long as I'd like, but I'll hopefully be wearing a shoe instead of this fancy boot that I'm wearing right now. I feel like a Hero Academia character with these like big ass boots. I was just watching the new episode I cry so. Okay, enough about that. So the reason I'm setting you up is because my roommate slash thesis partner, Felipe, and also music director for this piece and arranger, man, we just work a lot together, obviously. He comes back from his vacation in Mexico tomorrow at like 6 a.m. because this man is literally insane. However, I've decided that I'm gonna finish Act 1 tonight. It doesn't have to be good. Like, I'm attempting to write a scene I have never written before, and I think that writing it right now, I'm gonna get the feel. But I was talking with Rachel yesterday, and she was like, writing the bad play is sort of what you need to do. I was meant to write the bad play of Café. That's why I was drafting it so fast. But then I ended up hitting my stride and like writing the good stuff, because I was like editing and drafting. And also because I have previous drafts, I threw them into, also I look like a potato. Oh, okay, this is not the point of this. Point is that I was editing and like revising. And this is the first, like for this scene, I actually don't have anything, but I have been working on like the structure of the outline of the scene. I have done so many outlines of this bit, but like, for example, I know what needs to happen here. And so I'm like, okay, here's the outline of that. These are all the potential words I'm going to be using. It's like I'm a bit of a finder, a digger, if you will, collector of words. But I think the thing right now that I'm really excited by is like this bad play thing. Like, it doesn't have to be good. I just have to get it on the page in a fast enough way to get it done. And because I already have my final number, there are 2 more songs that need to be written for this section in scene 7 and in scene 8. I'm convoluting myself. All this to say is that before Felipe gets in today at 6 in the morning, I will have this done. And I'm just gonna write the bad play. No lyrics, just all dialogue that then I'm gonna go in and carve out. It's what I did for scene 3. Like, I wrote a really bad play version of it, and that's how I ended up turning it into the big summer drink. So I have to just trust. All right, gonna get to it. What, da, fucking up.
Hi friends, it is currently 3:44 a.m. End of Act 1. Ugh. I realized that I needed to add one more scene where there's more romance, which means this Act 1 is bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I sort of made my mind that the first half was obviously going to be bigger because we're doing a 3-act structure. And like the end scene that I want is so clear, and I have timeline issues in this act. And like the last 3 scenes are just like the bad play versions, because I have to go back in and like make it make sense. I can feel the stories wrapping up, and I have so many drafts of this project that I need one that's done so that I can go in and like make it sing. Because right now it's like a play. It's like the bad play, but I need to go in and make it sing. And like the first 7-ish scenes do sing, like they do sing, but scene 8 doesn't sing yet, even though I have like a chorus for it. And scene 9, I need like a new song idea. I don't know what it's gonna be, and I don't want it to be like generic. Like in my head, I keep thinking of like, I've never been in love before, but all at once it's you forevermore. And like, I want like a love song, but I do want like an internal love song, because I want the moment to be Alejandra. I want that to be the duet in my head. Like, that's the big, and that's the end of the act. So, you know, I don't wanna undercut it by having something else in there. But anyway, it's done. It's done. It's really rough, but Act 1 is, whoa. It's really rough, but Act 1 is finished. If I go by the timeline, I have till the 3rd to finish Act 2. I don't know if I'm actually gonna have that many scenes in Act 2 now that I've added 2 scenes to Act 1, but I have a couple days. I have like 11 days. And I do think those 11 days are going to be like pivotal, because I've been working on this draft for a couple of months now. And I mean, I've been working on other stuff like my injury, recovery, grad school. But I think finishing this today, just because I really wanted to, because Felipe gets back, I think was like the motivator I needed. I can't believe it's done. It's over. It's over. Act 1 is finished.
finished. Also, it's the weekend. I have to edit videos. So actually, it's great that I finished on Friday. I'm going to try and create that work thing. I'm going to steal JC's thing where I'm only writing during the week and then editing in the weekend. So actually, this is perfect. Oh, I'm so glad I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm going to edit video. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Chaito, cha.